So my wife took me out for my pre-birthday dinner. So we're going away in the next few days, family holiday. We're not going to have a chance to just be the two of us for probably over a month. I'll come back in 2 weeks. Wife and kids are going to be there for a month. So we're not going to be alone for a while. Excluding the holiday, we always have a little pre-birthday dinner, just the two of us, because with kids it's just different, isn't it? You know what, we haven't been to this place in, it was a surprise, I had no idea where she was taking me, in over 2-3 years. And honestly, it's really nice food. It's all grilled meat anyway. And immediately I was like, oh yeah, I remember that place. I remember the food was really nice. And we had a bunch of food. Yesterday, went there, and I was full at the starters, which is just ridiculous. I mean, so I inject Mounjaro every Thursday. The reason why I do Thursday is because it's just before the weekend and sort of temptation. That's my sort of thing anyway. Plus, I don't train on Thursdays. I do not like to inject on training days. I just find a bit too much going on. So we had the starters, so we got 3. I remember last year when we went, the last time we went, like I said, about 2-3 years ago, I was just 5. I remember that because they were so nice. So I got some calamari, some sliders, only 3, and like phyllo pastry. So it's like bougie Mediterranean. Had the starters. Oh my god. My wife looked at me like she knew something was up. She goes, "You're full, innit?" And I was like, "Oh my god, yeah, I am." So I got myself so my main was a mixed grill. And again, it's not like a traditional mixed grill because it's quite bougie. So it's like a la carte and looks really nice. And to be fair, there isn't much on the plate, but the quality of the meat was just... Anyway, so I was full before the mains came in. Oh my god. So I slept for less than 3 hours. I was running on adrenaline at work, maxed out at 100 milligrams on NAD+. I did near enough 19 and a bit hour fast. And then, 3 starters in, which wasn't a lot again, I was full. So Mounjaro's doing its thing, to be honest. The mains came, had our mains, and that was it. You know what, within an hour and a half we were done. I was done way before that. I was so full. And then I didn't overeat because you can't with Mounjaro, because that's when, if you overeat, then you're in like danger zone of sulphur burps. And you know what, on a date night, pre-birthday meal and whatever, no one wants that. Oh my god. I mean, the last thing I want to do is overeat and then, I don't know, imagine sulphur burps on a plane. Oh my god. So anyway, so I weighed myself this morning. So my lowest weight and counting, okay, I haven't hit my target. And you know what, honestly, maybe a few videos, this would bum me out. It would proper put me down because I've worked so hard to get to where I am. So I weighed myself and I am, well, I'll put it on the screen now. So it's my lowest weight. And basically, in a nutshell, I've lost 40 kilos. And I'm not done. I promise you I'm not done. I am 16, no way. I'm 14 and a half stone. So my target is 14 stone. I am half a stone away from that, and I'm not done. And you know what? Saying 7 pounds away, half a stone, I can sort of visualize that. But like I said, from what I can see, no. I'm going to carry on going until I feel comfortable with myself, because you know what, it's not just the weight, there's so much more to it, I promise you. But how, from where I've come, from the health issues, the struggling to breathe, going up the stairs, being unfit, snoring at night. My wife would literally punch and kick me in my sleep every night because I was like Darth Vader in bed. Like literally, it was like that. I didn't know. She was like, oh, you're doing it again. You know, that's gone. Like, I don't feel clogged or fat in my throat anymore. I've gone from used to sort of wear a 3XL to cover the bulk to now I'm able to wear a large and counting. But I'm, right, you know, I've put so much work into the gym. Like I said, I'm not even done. I promise you, I'm not done.